Hello, it's Vicky. How are you, friend? Hello, friends. Hello to everyone. Hello, Crypto Man. Australia. Seriously, I love Australian people. You guys are the most chillest and funniest people on City. One of my closest friends, Craig, is from Australia too. So, anyways, let's start talking about the market and what I think is going to happen. So, in terms of the market, I believe we're still in the bull market. When it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you've been following me on Twitter, you know that I've sold on the 10th of May, just before the dump. I sold most of my Bitcoin, 80% of my Bitcoin to be precise, and 70% of my Ethereum, 50% of my VT, 40% of my Litecoin. Basically, the point I was trying to make on Twitter is that I'm locking in major profits, and literally hours after that, we dumped, and Bitcoin dumped from like 54,000 all the way to like 28 or 29,000. What do I think is going to happen next? Well, we have to basically see what altcoins are going to do and what lagging altcoins, especially XRP, is going to do. If Bitcoin does nothing and remains stagnant and XRP starts taking off, well, that then reminds me of exactly what happened in 2017. If you were here in 2017, I've been repeating this for several years on end, which is why I still believe XRP is in the bull market. I do not believe that Bitcoin has to go up for XRP to go up. Of course, Bitcoin 90% of the time controls the movements of XRP, but then there are unique times like in 2017 when Bitcoin had already topped out and started crashing and transitioned to a bear market, and XRP only started its parabolic move upwards and hit its new all-time highs. So if we get some kind of development like that right now, we'll know that it's basically, that it's the bull market is ending. If you've been following me on Twitter, once again, you know that I've reiterated several times that I believe these are the last months of the bull market, the last stage of the bull market. We've been going up for, I believe, 6 months now, and I believe a few months remain. I basically hate timestamps, but I believe that in the coming months, XRP will have a huge explosion, and that will be the end of the bull market. As you well know, I personally also believe that there are a lot of people who don't believe this because of the institutions that have come to crypto, but I believe that everything is going to crash, and it's going to crash very hard. I think people need to be awake a little bit about that, because a lot of people have confronted me about that, saying that no, this time it will not crash. You have to be aware of the fact that despite us being in a bull market, coins dumped 50 to 75% in a bull market, 50 to 75%. So you really have to be aware of what's going to happen during a bear market. For example, coins like Dogecoin during a bear market, once we top out and everything starts crashing, and after we're mooned, everything is mooned, you mark my words, that coin is going to go down 90, maybe even 99% before booming again. It's probably going to boom really hard thereafter, years after, when the bull market comes. You just have to be aware of the fact that we're still in a speculative market. Unfortunately, utility is not king right now. Utility doesn't do anything. I love XRP for its utility. It's the best coin out there. But unfortunately, coins like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu that fly up like crazy and make people millionaires over weeks, are proof positive that it has nothing to do with utility. We're not in a utility-driven market. We're in a speculative market. And even if there is some kind of utility here and there, it's like, what, 5-10%? It's off the pump, The pump is still about feelings. The dumps are still about feelings. We're basically trading, not on numbers, but we're trading emotions. That's why we have to be aware of the fact that we're trading emotions. People are basically flooding into this market thinking they have good entries, at like 50, 60,000 Bitcoin or XRP when it was at $2. When the time to buy is during bear markets, when nobody wants to buy one, like during the COVID crash, when we crashed to 10 cents, and then the SEC nightmare. I was tweeting on Twitter, I literally have a tweet that said this SEC lawsuit is a blessing in disguise, that you'll be wishing that you bought at 17 cents when the time comes. And what did we went from 17 cents to $2? I bet a lot of people were wishing they'd bought at 17 cents, Generally, also, you have to be aware of the fact that the best time to buy is indeed deep red. So when coins have crashed 70 to 99%, that's when you start accumulating. You do not accumulate. You do not accumulate during pumps. Of course, if you are swing trading and you know how to use stop loss, you're a disciplined trader and you can control your emotions. One of the best ways to trade, to swing trade, is breakouts. So if something breaks out of its all-time high, you long it. I've shown several plays on Twitter with this example: ADA, LTC, Bitcoin, whatever. Basically, most of these coins, once it reaches its all-time high, you long it for a 20 to 30% profit. You jump out. Let's see what you're saying, guys. Hello, Miss Tina, Albertina. How are you, my friend? Hello, Thando. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Wakas. Good to see you. Kurtz, that's awesome. Florida is a lovely place. You're very lucky to have such amazing weather. Hello, Abdulaziz. Hello, DOG. Thank you for joining, friends. Another thing that I want to say also, like I said, ever since 2017, a lot of people have been asking me, and although I had this, I've deleted a lot of my YouTube videos because I wanted to monetize my YouTube, and they wouldn't let me monetize my YouTube, so I deleted all these videos. But people who've been following me from 2017 literally will remember this video that I posted on Twitter, on YouTube, where I was explaining about percentage gain and percentage loss, and how I used that method to predict basically 15-cent XRP at $2.80. People have asked many times, what is the method exactly? Although I made a lengthy video, I think it was like 15 to 18 minutes long, explaining exactly how I do it, people still didn't quite get it, although it's very simple. So, since there's a demand for it, I've been very skeptical of doing this because I never want anybody to call me a scammer. I've literally never made money off anybody in crypto, even my YouTube channel is not monetized. I've never taken any donations from anyone, not on that BS basically. So I've always been very skeptical of starting some kind of course or explaining what I do, explaining my strategy. But since there's a very high demand, I've been promising it already for months now. I'm going to be making, like I said, a course and selling it on Patreon probably, let's see, for $99. And if you have any qualms about it, please do not even think about purchasing it because I don't want people to be upset thereafter. It's not going to be a get-rich-quick scheme bullshit. It's basically going to be explaining my strategy. My strategy, as you well know, is something that takes years to get there, but you get there. It's about market cycles. It's about buying new lows, not dollar cost averaging randomly. Basically, I will explain everything that I do and my strategy and how basically pretty much 90% of the stuff I predicted has happened. Some of it hasn't happened. Some of the lows weren't met. We did miss out with 18%, for example, of my XRP, and instead of buying sub 10 cents, I bought at 26 cents, which was still an amazing entry. Tell me now that 26 cent XRP entry isn't good. It is good. Of course it's good. Basically, yeah. So this is going to be coming in the next week, probably in like 5 days. I'll release it. I will let you guys know on Twitter and here on YouTube. And what the main thing you have to understand, what this course is going to be, is explaining what I do, how I do it, how I predicted new lows, how I predicted new highs, how I could, how to trade the market basically. Explaining the simple things, for example, like you don't have to exactly cash the exact bottom, you don't have to cash the exact top. Explaining risk management, explaining that basically the whole point of the whole market is understanding cycles and buying very low and selling very high. Certain very simple things basically. And if you're interested, I'll let you know when it's out, my friends. Ian, you're funny. Street Bandito, hello my friend. I start accumulating once everything crashes 75 to 99% basically. And I'll be explaining in my course exactly how I do it. I explained it in videos way before. Also basically, the lower we go, the bigger my hodl bag becomes and the smaller my trading bag becomes. So if right now I already exited a lot of my bags, like I said, 80% of Bitcoin, 70% Ethereum, This money will be put back into the market only after we crash hard. Like I said, from 75 to 99%, depending which coin we're talking about. Of course, coins are much more volatile, like Doge will crash much harder. Coins are like Bitcoin, that are much more, how would you say this, have a lot more capital invested in them and therefore are less volatile, will crash less also, of course, in my personal opinion. Rob, did you ever get into a stock that's slow but it went belly up? Well, what do you mean? I remember, like, because I started with penny stocks, right? Did quite well there by shorting. Then I went into normal stock market. Then I found out about crypto. One of my worst investments, bro, was Twitter. Actually, I once bought a Twitter stock, and I don't know what I was thinking. The way I bought it, I don't remember how much it went down.